So everyone, drinks in hand, get ready to drink. I'm going to hand it off to Mr. Russell Frost for 10 minutes. Stopwatch.
Coffee.
We are limiting this story to 10 minutes, and I think about 4.5 minutes in, you'll understand why. So, Russell, go.
I think about 30 seconds in, you're going to wonder why. You're going to know why. Can't really hear that. So I'll hold this up just to verify that we're still on target here. Look, there's this guy, and millions of people care about what he says. Some of them care about what he says because they believe in him. Some of them care about what he says because they make money from him. Some of them care about what he says because he controls their financial future. Some are just trolls and just love shit stirrers. And Elon Musk stirred some major shit in the last week. Suffice to say, in addition to his... what do we say? Do we call Elon a COVIDiot? Yes, we do. In addition to his COVID virus denial, comes a series of tweets where complaining about how the government is fascist and horrible, and because they won't let him open his factory. The problem was, of course, that they would let him open his factory, just not when he wanted it to open. So what did Elon do? He opened his factory anyway. 1 week earlier than Alameda County had asked. He didn't submit a plan that they had asked for. He did, and of course, a judge early this morning, late last night, signed off. Tesla's now legal. They can now do what they're supposed to do, even though for 2 days he operated in complete contempt of the law. I think that's horrible. I think it's abusive, and that's all I have to say about that. There's 2 minutes gone, folks. Okay, tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I think that we all need to understand one simple thing. The people who are wealthy believe they have enough money that even if they get sick, they're going to be fine. They're going to have the care they need. They won't suffer as we suffer. Russell, you've seen me on Twitter. We don't have to get into it. But basically, my status is that they don't think of us as human beings that actually will suffer and need to be cared for. And that, frankly, it makes much better long-term capitalistic sense to just shut the fuck up, shut the fuck down, pay your damn employees, fire a bunch of executives if you have to, and just eat the cost and start up later on. Because without the consumers, you're not going to make any money anyway. And your best customers are usually your closest people, which are your employees. If noted anti-Semite Henry Ford could understand that a well-paid employee has the potential to be turned into a customer, why do American capitalists fail and suck so hard at capitalism? It's not the capitalism that's the problem. It's all the people doing it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, this happened in Canada, in Calgary. Did you hear about this church that had a birthday celebration?
Yep.
They did social distancing. They had a church that seated 200 people. And there were fewer than 50 people at the event. In fact, there were only 49 people social distancing at a church with a capacity of 200.
But what were they doing, Tony?
This was it a birthday party?
It was a choir practice, I believe.
Oh, a choir practice. Okay.
So guess what? They were belting out the tunes. They were breathing heavy, and they were breathing out heavy. So you've got a problem that if you set up 6 feet apart, guess what? You're blowing these particles into the air under pressure. You're taking in a lot more fast air intake because you're trying to refill your lungs so you can continue singing. And it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. They should have abided by just stay home. Don't practice singing in a group of 50 people. It makes no sense to do so.
24 infected.
Environment. I don't
24
understand.
infected, 2 died.
Yep. It's a high price to pay for practice singing.
Yeah, and
but
Georgia,
what
yeah, you're right. In enclosed environment, and where else is there an enclosed environment? Pretty much every workplace.
Inside, yeah. What I will say, and I'm not condoning what Elon Musk has done, but what I will say is some part of the other story is that he was trying to deal with the county. The county had not responded to him in 3 days as he was attempting to open up the plant, and he lost his mind. He did. He went a little crazy and started typing things about moving the headquarters and shutting down some production. And after that, of course, other officials caught wind of it or realized what was going on and started to intervene. So the governor of California, he jumped on Twitter. In fact, during one of his press conferences during the week, he talked about how that the county and Tesla should be able to come up with a solution, that he was happy to help where he can. He believes that Tesla is an innovative company, that they certainly would like to stay in California. And then the mayors of Palo Alto, the mayor of Fremont, they're all jumping in on this as well, trying to smooth things over, trying to find some sort of a mutual work together to come up with the results that everyone needs. Again, I don't atone for him actually pulling this, but he started to scream and stamp his feet and use his social media presence to get the word out that he feels they were being mistreated.
But he's just a rich crybaby.
A rich, powerful crybaby.
Yeah,
And that's the problem.
It's not like he's making ventilators or, masks for society. He's making cars, which, not everybody needs a new Tesla.
Well, you
Some
also
people might need a car to get to work.
You have to look at like Detroit's been opened up. They're about to open, and guess what? The COVID in Detroit is much higher than what's going on in California.
Mm-hmm.
So why are different parts of the country? I know why different parts of the country. It's different states. It's what they're planning on doing. It's why we've got barbershops opened in Georgia. Some things should not be happening. And you know what? This may all fall back on Elon too. It may come back that, hey, there's an outbreak at the plant. He's going to look like an idiot. Mm-hmm. If that happens, he could look like a murderer. It could look that bad. You look at what happened at some of the other factories, although it was before there was any precautions, like the meat plants. That's absolutely crazy what's been going on, and some of those people that work shoulder to shoulder. All right, I'll shut up.
2 minutes.
So I did not appreciate his lifting up of quacks and crackpot theories and conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. I also didn't appreciate the 2 government officials that were tweeting at him in an unprofessional manner for government officials. I did enjoy their opening plan. It looked well thought out, and since it was mostly lifted from China, it seems okay. But again, I'm not an epidemiologist, so that's what I got.
So, did anyone see? This was apparently during the call, so you guys listened to the call. You heard this. He was calling the government fascist when he was saying, and all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I have a minute and 10 seconds to say. He said, and I'm trying to find the exact phrasing right now, but basically what he said was, if people want to stay home, they should be able to stay home of their own. Right here. If someone wants to stay in their house, that's great, and they should be able to. But to say they cannot leave their house and that they will be arrested to do so, that's fascist. That's not democratic. This is not freedom. Give people back their goddamn freedom. What did the HR representative of Tesla say about employees who choose to stay in their house? You will be fired and you will not get unemployment.
Bingo.
So, yeah. And we're at 9 minutes and 37.
So government can't tell people what to do, but a corporation can.
Let's be honest. It's freedom for the wealthy and fascism for the rest of us.
All right.
Well, I think we're out of time, so everybody will have to draw their own conclusions.
See our discussion on the Tesla Life.
There you go. So head over to the Tesla Life and watch that show, because I know they talked about it there. And there'll be a link in the upper, upper right corner.